Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Mylee and welcome to the channel. So today I was asked to do a video on how I keep my makeup from budging during the summer months, and of course that's very difficult, but I try my very best to have it be like budge proof. I will sweat, I'm not gonna lie, I do still sweat when I have my makeup on, but when it all dries, it looks like I just put on my makeup. For my birthday, my boyfriend actually took me to a restaurant in like White Plains area. I feel like Yonkers, White Plains, Mount Vernon, Mamaroneck, that's all a big blob of what the He took me to eat at this restaurant called Half Moon. Beautiful. The food was... Our waitress could not stop coming to our table and asking me like different questions about what foundation I used, what primer, how good my makeup looked. It was just, I was feeling myself. And it was super hot that day. It was like 92 degrees or something like that, and like the humidity was like 60 something, 70 something. So to have my makeup last in that weather, like when the sun was beaming right on us, was a miracle. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I used that day, and I pretty much know what I use because it's what I use the majority of the time that I do my makeup. You know, the whole 2 times I did my makeup the last month. I'm actually gonna do my eyebrows off camera because it's not an essential part of this video. But yes, let me stop rambling and let me just do my eyebrows real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did my eyebrows really quick. I feel like my eyebrows are never even. So to start off my face, I usually use my Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray. And every time I say that, I feel like it's like a run-on sentence. It's like way too long. I lose my breath by the time I even get to half of the name. But this is what I use to prime my face. Even though I'm going out into the world where it's like super hot and humid and like moist in the air, I still like to moisturize my face. So before I even put this on right now, I use my Bioderma moisturizing milk something. I had it in my last video. That's what I moisturize my face with every single day, and right before I actually use that moisturizing lotion, I use the same line because Bioderma has like different lines for different skin types. So the same one, the blue one, it's like a toner for your face, and I use it every single day, and that's why my constellation is going away. So I'm proud about that. So I use that. I use the moisturizing lotion, and then I use this to start off my makeup. So I'm just gonna spray this really quick. I like to shake it before so you can get all the good stuff up in there. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like coconut. I like to let that set in for maybe like a minute before I start doing everything else. Just give it a little time to marinate in there. I should probably invest in those little like fans that everyone's using. It has been a little while since I made a video because I've just been going through some things personally, internally, mentally, physically, emotionally. When I pump, I get like this rush of anxiety, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been biting my lip to the point of no return. It's really bad. That's like the worst anxiety ever. I can't stop. I tell myself I'm gonna stop and I can't stop. I had to just take a little time out. Not that I'm like a YouTube sensation and I gotta take a time out because oh my god, I'm overexposed, it's too much. No, I just needed to situate myself, if that even makes sense. Okay, since my primer has set in, you see I'm like super glowy. It looks amazing. So then since I'm glowing right now, I like to mattify the spots where I do tend to like sweat, which would be here, 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 T-zone, you know, usual. So for that, I like to use my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. And this I use even on clients when they have super oily skin. And my cousin actually has really oily skin in her T-zone. And this is what I always use for her. And we'll go out to the club before quarantine. We'll go out to the club, and obviously I did her makeup. And she does not really sweat. She'll sweat, but it just kind of goes away once like she's fanned herself and stuff. I take this much, and you don't want to rub it too much because then it starts like balling up. So I've kind of just like pat it in really quickly because it gets really matte, and for some reason like the consistency just kind of like balls up. I don't know if you guys can tell, look how matte my face is now in these spots. Then I like to go in with my professional. I don't know what I was reading. I go with my professional for my pores, because lately, since I've had the baby, I don't know, for some reason my skin is obviously acting up and the pores are just showing up. We like to conceal those, hide those. I take basically the same amount that I did with the other primer. I'll take that much and I'll put it in the same areas. The last primer is for the actual like foundation and everything else. It's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This stuff is gold. It is the best. It helps my makeup stay on forever, for infinity and beyond. And when you apply it, like, it just sticks on. It doesn't budge. Like, I can go in with like a cream contour and like blend away, and it doesn't move. It just stays right there. So I'm gonna use some of that. I like to use like a pump and a half. Oh, it's kind of sticky. It looks like alien juice. I like to do it down here too, because obviously I'm gonna put some foundation there. I don't think I'm gonna do any eyeshadow. I'm just gonna put on mascara. My hair is getting poofy. This is my natural hair, people. It used to be so much curlier. Now I'm going to go in with foundation. I use the, of course, Infallible Pro Matte foundation. This is my favorite full coverage foundation from the drugstore. Yes, I have matte skin. I have dry skin. I have dry skin. I like to go in with the matte foundation because I moisturize a lot. I like soak my face in it so that when I put this on, it looks silkier. Does that make sense? I feel like I can't talk, and I feel like my hair's gonna start getting in the way, so let me put it up. I have dry skin, and yes, I am going in with a matte foundation, but I just like to add glow instead of packing my face with a bunch of powder. It's weird because obviously you want to put on more powder because you're going into the sun so that you don't sweat, but just trust me, it works. Just moisturize and all that good stuff, and putting on a matte foundation should not be bad for your dry skin. So I like to put some in the back of my hand, and this one is a little darker than, of course, my face, but it's going to match my arms. And to apply the foundation, I actually use this this my shit. All the girls stomp your feet like this. Rude. I used this MAC brush. It's the 159. It's a little dirty. I did my makeup on Sunday and I didn't wash it. So I like to put on the foundation with this. It is a little runny on the back of my hand, so I need to like work fast. And I kind of like to work fast with the foundation because it does dry quickly. I don't like to put too much foundation underneath my eyes because I'm gonna go with concealer and powder, and I feel like that just looks so thick on the face, and I'd rather have a little bit of like my dark circles showing than like have it look super thick under there. That's just my preference. To your ears. I'm gonna take the rest that's on my hand and I'm just gonna drag it down my neck. So that is my foundation, and I still have some left in the back of my hand, but I'm gonna keep it there just in case I need to like blend out some parts that maybe I didn't see before. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I like to mix these two colors, and they are Medium Sand and Fair Warm. So I like to put the darker one first, just a little bit. I don't like to put too much. And then I'll take the lighter one and I'll put it top. Not too much because you don't want to lighten the color of the concealer. Just a little bit of like a highlight. I go in with my, what is this? Real Techniques little sponge. And I kind of like squeeze it so it's a little thinner. And I just go in. This looks so smooth. It's crazy. I love this concealer. And it's hydrating. I like to keep hydrating even though we're gonna be sweating outside. I'd just rather look hydrated than like super dry and flat and matte. I just put whatever's left on it on like my chin, my forehead, and a little bit down my nose. To set underneath my eyes, I like to use my Ben Nye Neutral Set Powder as usual. This thing helps your makeup stay on forever and a day. And think about it, this is what they use for like stage makeup so that it can last and like stay put. So that's why I use it. To set the rest of my face, I'm just gonna go in with the same powder really lightly and use this Trish McAvoy 37 bronzer brush. It's super soft. I just finished powdering my face, and then to contour and bronze, I like to use my MAC Studio Fix powders. This is NC43 and this is NC47. I know it looks really dark, but I like to contour with this one, and it looks a little close to my shade right now, but it does make a difference. And this one I like to like bronze up quickly throughout my face. And then I like to use my, what brush is this? Oh, it's a Japanese brush that I like to use to contour and bronze. So I like to go in with NC43 first. And I only like lightly contour. I don't go in. I don't want to change my face completely. Chiseled it out a little bit, and it kind of bronzed a little bit too at the same time. And I just put a little bit up top. And actually Scott Barnes taught me that if you're going to contour under here, you should not move your head up like this because you're changing the shape of your face. So keep it down, keep it cute, because this is how your neck is really gonna look most of the time. So to chisel out my cheekbones just a tiny bit more, I like to go in with my e.l.f. angled blush brush, like that. It's one of my favorite brushes, like ever for blush, contour, bronze. It's my favorite. I just like to do a little chisel like that, and kind of like blend it in. I'd rather have this part chiseled out than the whole thing. It just looks abnormal to me when it's like all the way out there. I don't know, this is just me, guys. This is just me. And I'm just keeping it right here in the hollows of my cheeks. I'm not going much higher than that. I'll go up a little bit, like I'll flick it up, obviously to blend it out, but I don't go more than that. Oh, my nose. See, like you can see it chiseled on the side. That's all I needed. I feel like that's all I needed. And I'll use a little bit of the darker one up top. Just a little bit. Just a little freaking bit. And run it down my neck as well. Just so that it all goes together. So I just finished bronzing up my face. And I'm going to go in with blush. This is my favorite. The Saharan Blush Volume Numero 2 palette is my favorite. These are the shades. It's like a perfect blend of colors. Like you have peachy shades, light pinks, highlights. This one you can even use to like bronze depending who you are. This is like a beautiful like burgundy mauve shade to like, I don't know, it's just it's sickening. And I love it because you can use it for eyeshadows, you can use it for bronzer, you can use it for blush, you can use it for highlights. So I like to use usually Lena, which is like a pinky peachy shade. I like to use this one first. So I like to go in with that one first, and literally I just tapped it once and that's how much came. I don't want to be as orange as my shirt. I don't like a lot of blush either. I think a lot of blush is so unnatural. So that's that color, and I only put, remember, a tiny little bit. And this blush brush is from e.l.f. It's called the blush brush. It's so smooth, and I don't like to drag it all the way back into the contour. I like to do it like midway so that there's like a difference between the contour and the blush. But I like it to mix in a little bit too, so I just do it to like the middle. I just scared my cat. Hold Lord. I'm going to use the peachy shade named Lena and Zoba. This one's a little bit more shimmery, and it just adds a beautiful glow to the face. I don't like a lot of blush, and I am putting a little extra, but I like to go in with a brush after and then diffuse all of it. So right now I look like a payasa. Then I'll go in with that brush that I used the bronzer on, and I'll just kind of blend it all out so it doesn't look so harsh. I put a little bit of powder on it so that it helps diffuse the color and it helps it bring it back down to reality. The last thing that I do is highlight. For highlights, I like to use two different highlights. I love to use my Anastasia and Amrezi highlighter. Of course, it's like the most beautiful thing to ever be created. To put on my Amrezi highlight, I like to use this old brush that I have from BH Cosmetics from their Pinkadot brush set, and it helps so that the highlight is not so concentrated. When you use a smaller brush like this one, it concentrates the color like right there, but this one helps to like just give you like an overall glow. I like to put all over the brush, and see, like it's glowing, but it doesn't look so harsh. It's like a healthy glow everywhere. I'll put some on my nose, on here, on my neck too, my forehead. That's why I said I like to use a matte foundation so that I can go in and add my glow. And now, if you really want to elevate your glow game, you need to get the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powders. They make me want to cry. They're so good. Because a little goes a long way. First of all, this is what it looks like in there. Can't really tell. I like to use whatever's on the cap because a little goes a freaking long way. If you want to like have a concentrated amount of highlight in one area, use the Morphe M501 brush. This thing is no joke. So I'll take literally whatever's on the cap and I'll just tap it once. Just once. That's all you need. That's all you need. Let me show you. Oh. And then I just like to like feather it into the other parts. I actually got to meet Mac Daddy. And Mac Daddy's the one that actually made these Diamond Glow powders. I actually got to meet him at Salsa con Fuego. If you guys are from New York, you know Salsa con Fuego. I met him there randomly. I don't know if there was like eye mats going on. There was something going on, something beauty related going on, and he was in city, and me and my friend just ended up going to Salsa con Fuego because the other place we were going to go to was trash. And he was there, and I took a picture with him. It's on my Instagram. And he said my makeup looked amazing. I don't even have lashes on. And I like to put a little bit down my nose, just a little bit more on the sides here. Because if you sweat, you're not only going to sweat here, you're going to sweat here as well. So you have to bring it up. Oh my God, the skin looks wet. Like, oh, sickening, sickening. And I don't like to put any here because when you sweat and then there's highlight, it just looks like you have boogers coming down your nose. So I don't like to put any there. And what I'm going to do also is I'm going to put a little bit in my inner corner. And I like to use this tiny little detail brush from BH Cosmetics from that same Pinkadot brush set. I'm just gonna take like little dots. So guys, you can still glow in the summer. You don't have to go fully matte. Just make sure that you like, you know, if you have dry skin, be on top of your skincare routine, moisturize, then you can put on some matte foundation. For lips, I'm really just gonna put on lip liner and lip gloss. So the lip liners that I really love are from Palladio, and their lip liners are so creamy and they just go on so smooth. So I like to use this color. It's called Gingerbread. And then I just kind of do this so that it's blended in and of that more product. And then I'm just gonna put on the same brand, Palladio. They have a Plump and Shine plumping lip gloss, and it looks like that. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like a very light, neutrally like pinky shimmer lip gloss. And I only like to put that in the middle of my lips. So I just put on a little bit of mascara, and of course I always use my, if I could find it, okay, my Mylee highly rated mascara. This is my favorite. It like really volumizes my lashes. It's the best, and it's only like $10, a little less, I don't remember. Then to set my makeup, I'm going to put on the primer spray again because it's a setting spray. This thing is cold, I already know. I don't know if you guys can hear the baby. I'm gonna try to hurry up through this outro because baby is getting cranky. Okay guys, so that is how I do my summer budge proof, not really sweat proof, just budge proof. I'm like trying to fix this hair and try to figure out what to do with it because it's like curly and like straight-ish at the same time. Is really annoying, and whatever works for me might not work for you and vice versa. It's just all about trying out different products and what works for you and your skin. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you, and before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. You hear the music in the background? Tigger and Pooh on Disney Plus for the babies. My baby loves it. That has been so crazy. I'm just winging it. Winging it. My shirt literally says, to be honest, I'm just winging it. Life, motherhood, my outfit, everything.